Hello again, gang, and welcome along or welcome back to the channel. Jayhuahua here, and this is the Oldham days, aptly named from the end of the last episode. If you were here and you saw all the way to the end, you will know I got a great phone call from the creative agency that weren't the best in episode 1 at the start. Anyway, you saw us trounce Torquay 4-1. We had a broken ankle to a new sign, and we had a couple of other players come in, and we had quite a few players leave. Well, what's been going on since? Couple of new signings, one scheduled transfer out, and some fantastic form. So without further ado, let me hand you over to our special sports correspondent, Jayhuahua. Thank you very much, Jayhuahua. And yes, here we go. Dorking took the lead against Oldham from the penalty spot, but fear not. Wellens with a long ball, and Hallam Hope crossed it, and it broke to Fondop, who scored again. That was 4 in the space of 2 games. Could it be 5? You bet it could. What a lovely long ball here. Luamba chases down, crosses to Fondop, 2-1 Oldham. And then against Wellston, well, down to 10 men early doors. John Rooney getting sent off, and Hutchinson banging the goal in for Wellston. So Wellston went ahead 1-0, and then was the red card, and it looked dicey. However, Debayo comes down the wing, crosses, and it's that man again, Mike Fondop. The fans are getting very Fondop of him. Fondop plays through Luamba, and Luamba gets his name on the score sheet. Makes it 2-1 after 66 minutes. Through to Fondop, and Fondop makes it 3 in stoppage time. 3 wins out of 3 for Oldham, despite being down to 10 men in that game. What a comeback. So 35 minutes in against Southend, and Luamba knocks it home. Oldham come back through. Wellens plays it through to Luamba, and he nods it home from the edge of the box. Awful goalkeeping. 2-0, that's how it finished. Great win, 4 out of 4. Against Aldershot, well, it went 1-0. Mikey Fondop once again nodding home early doors. It became 2 with McGahey. Lovely header from the corner. Straight into the second half, and Aldershot grabbed one back. It was chaos in the box, and it broke to Jordan. Hogan passed it through to Hallam Hope, who had a terrible touch, but Debayo, what a finish, off the bar and in from out wide. His first of the season from wing back. But that's not where it ended. It was very dicey towards the end of the game, because Effiong blasted home with 20 minutes still to play. And it finished 3-2. It did finish 3-2, and Oldham, 5 wins out of 5 at this point. Away at York, well, the form continued. Okagbu scored. The form could not continue. The winning streak could not continue. York, deservedly so, equalised at the start of the second half, and in fairness, Oldham very lucky to hold on for a draw. As you can see here, thoroughly dominated in the statistics. But they're very hard to beat. And hard to beat, they stayed against Chesterfield at home. Fondop with another header, great goal. Mike Fondop is on fire this season. He's undroppable, even though he's been dropped at times. Shimanga gets through and equalises for Chesterfield. But before half-time, Oldham, Norman, boom, big route 1 kick. Mikey Fondop nods it to Luamba, and lovely touch, lovely finish. 2-1 before the break. But that wasn't it. Just before half-time, on the stroke of half-time no less, Debayo picks it up into Luamba, who he gets his noggin on the ball, and it's bad goalkeeper from Coverland. This is how it stayed until near the end, and Mandeville got in and made it a tense last few minutes for Oldham and Jayhuahua. However, 3-2 it finished. Oldham still undefeated, still top of the league. And away at Boreham Wood, Oldham got off to an absolute flyer. Luamba got played in, and he just tucked it home 1-0. Rooney tucks away from the spot after his suspension, ingratiating himself back with the Oldham fans. On 40 minutes, Oldham made it 3. Wellens into Luamba. He nods in for his second of the game. Boreham Wood at the start of the second half. Marsh pings one into the top corner. 70 minutes gone now, but Luamba finishes off his hat-trick from the spot. 4-1. Awful goalkeeping. Brunt with the header from the edge of the box. Oldham 4-2 up at this point, but they did manage to get their 3-goal lead back. McGahey with his second goal in as many games. Was it? Maybe not. I don't know. When did he last score? Reasonably recently. Another header from McGahey. Brilliant. Hat-trick for Luamba there. Lovely assist for Fondop. Greens all around. 2.87 XG. 26 shots. 5-2 winners. And Harry Vaughan scored his first goal for the club against Woking. He burst through and scored wonderfully there. Woking, however, did manage to pull one back in the second half. Vokins from a free kick, pinging it into the top corner. It did finish 1-1. Oldham, unlucky not to win this one. 2.21 XG. Loads of shots on target. And here we go against Eastleigh. Well, Sharon whips it in and Hope gets his head to the ball. 1-0 after quarter of an hour. Rooney whips it across and Roberts with the header, and he made it 2-0 very shortly after. Eastleigh on the stroke of half time did get a goal back. Low Everton whips it across and Abrahams taps it into the open goal. And it looked like more points were going to be dropped because Camp put it across and Russ did finish it off after 67 minutes. 2-2, but Gardner from the spot makes it 3. Over to Hope, back to Rooney, and bang, rifles it into the bottom corner. George Alexander with a soft penalty to open the scoring after 2 minutes. Luamba, though, did manage to pull it level. Fondop with a great through ball. Lovely touch, lovely bit of skill. Takes on the goalkeeper, passes it into an empty net. And Oldham will feel aggrieved not to win this game if you look at the statistics. Despite Bromley having a 1.45 XG, they had only the one shot on target. That was the penalty. 15 shots in total, whereas Oldham had 10 shots on target. The Bromley goalkeeper getting a 7.4 there. Now here we go. Wrexham. Wrexham turned up at Oldham and O'Connor scored after 2 minutes, and you thought, here we go. This is going to be a nightmare. Well, not so. 4 minutes in, Okagbu equalises. 17 minutes in, Fondop makes it 2-1. Can they go on and score more? You bet we can. Rooney, free kick, whips it across. McGahey, saved. Fondop's there with the header, 3-1. Kept it tight all the way, and then Fondop from the penalty spot finishes it off and gets his hat-trick. 4-1 winners against Wrexham. An absolute demolition of the league favourites. And they followed that 4-1 win against Wrexham up with another 4 goals. This time a 4-0 win at home to Scunthorpe. Hallam Hope taps it in from a Luamba cross early doors. And that set the tone for the game. After 24 minutes, Clark found Luamba with a lovely through ball and he finished off into the bottom corner. 2-0, and that was Oldham out of sight, out of mind. Scunthorpe never had a hope. You thought that was a penalty? Incorrect, but never fear. Clark whips it back to Sharon and he makes it 3 on the stroke of half time. And then lovely Route 1 football. Norman, you love to see it. Plays it through. Luamba, great chest, and what a lovely little finish. Luamba scores yet again. Maidenhead from the spot then went 1-0 up after 36 minutes, but Oldham managed to get back into it. Rooney, lovely finish, not the best goalkeeping. Immediately responded. After 40 minutes there. Pretty even game. It finished 1-1. And that is where we head back to the manager, Jayhuahua, who will fill you in on the transfer business that's been going on. Thank you very much, Jayhuahua. That was a brilliant catch-up, and I hope you enjoyed the highlights there. If we have a quick look at the competitions, yes, we are still undefeated. 0 defeats, 4 draws. We are 4 points clear at the top of the league. Inside the playoffs by 13 points. The club vision, the board love me, the supporters love me, and rightly so. Centre-back, we were a bit shy of centre-backs. So, Matt Richardson, £190 a week. He is on his way in. He's here. He was a free agent. Got a bit of potential about him, apparently. His current ability is decent for the senior team. So I figured, young player, let's get him in. If we end up selling him for 50, 60k, happy days. Do you know what I mean? That's what we want to do. And then Ao Tanimowo, easy for me to say, wing back, left and right, both footed, quick. Just like the player that we've already bought that's been injured with a broken foot. And this guy's injury prone. never mind. He, again, bit of potential, decent current ability, wage £350 a week. How could we afford that, I hear you ask? Well, transfers out. Jack Stobbs, who is a winger. He's on £600 a week. He hasn't played. He played off the bench in a non-competitive game. Get him out. Get out of here. He's going 3.8k, so we're going to get £3,800 in, and we're saving £600 a week. In January, when the transfer window opens, he's going to Carlisle. It was 17th in League 2. Yeah, as Jayhuahua kindly pointed out and showed you, some fantastic wins, some great performances, and now we have AFC Telford in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round before we have a league game against Yeovil. So let's get straight into the AFC Telford game. Back in a sec. Cameron Thompson as well. I've even played him, paying £550 a week for this guy. Fondop, Luamba, and what's his face? Hallam Hope have been fantastic. Hallam Hope's played quite a few games, to be fair. But Fondop has scored, how many goals has he scored? 12 goals in 12 appearances, 3 of those off the bench as well. So 9 starts, 12 goals. And Luamba has scored 11 goals in 11 starts, 1 off the bench. So when you've got players scoring that many goals, how can you possibly leave them out? However, I am going to today. I'm going to leave Luamba off. I'm going to play Thompson, because we're playing a team that's in the division lower and we're playing really well. So I'm going to try and spread the minutes around a little bit. If you have a quick look at the dynamics, we're getting there. We are getting there. Doing pretty well. But this formation has been working wonders. We're hard to break down. People do score the odd goal against us. That's obvious because you've seen it. But we've got a lot of men behind the ball. We do restrict people to shots from range, and the chances of them scoring is not the best. And you know, a bit of route one, and we're getting the goals. So we're outscoring our opponents. So I'm happy with this formation for now. We're overachieving. All I want to do this season is get in the playoffs. If we go up, we go up. Is it a season too soon? We'll see. There's a few players that want to get out of the club because they're playing, but they're on wages that I deem too high for their ability. I think I can get players in much cheaper. Anyway, here comes Thompson. No. Killing. Cleats through. And we've been route one ourselves. That's annoying. That is annoying. There we go. They all love it apart from Cooper, who's overwhelmed. And he's been booked. He's coming off. Thompson, off the bar. So made a couple of changes. Let's see if anything comes of it. Rooney's one of the guys that's come on. Plays it out to Hogan. Let me tell you something, brother. He gives it away. Going for the Hollywood leg drop. Kuto into Thompson. Offside, I think. But Fondop gets it in the back of the net, but it's not going to count. Rooney now with the corner. Hogan. Vaughan. Harry Vaughan. 1-1. What a finish. 72 minutes gone, and we are back in this game. And it's a corner. Right, Fondop's not playing very well. So Hallam Hope is coming on for Mike Fondop. Well, we've made all our subs then. That's it. Kuto now with the corner. Whips it in. Cleared. Harry Vaughan again. Oh. Well, look, we've got a replay. Oh, it's going to be in literally 2 days' time. Great. Well, it looks like we're not playing Yeovil in this episode. It's going to be Telford again. Right, so against Telford, here we are at home. I haven't got the Panorama North and South leagues loaded, so I don't know where they are in the league. They don't have any good or bad form sort of coming into this. But we're top of the league. We should be absolutely demolishing the team in the league below. DeBio now. Whips it across. It's Luamba. 2.5 minutes in. Luamba bursts through. Oh, doesn't burst through. Oh, this is their highlight. Bloody hell. Norman. Route 1, Luamba to Wellens. Out wide. That's it. Debayo's got it now. To Fondop. The big number 10. Over to Clark. Lovely switch of the play. Found the cross. And that should be 2. It is 2. Junior Luamba with his 13th of the season. AFC Telford have no answer for Luamba's finishing, I guess. This is how I expected the first game to go. Fondop's through. Lovely long ball. Oh, awful finish. Luamba. Into Fondop. It's his 13th goal of the season now. Anything you can do, Luamba, I can do just as well. They've both scored a fantastic header in today's game. Do I try and rest some players for the league game against Yeovil? There's his hat-trick. Jordan Clark into Luamba, and 30 minutes in, it's 4-0. And I'm almost embarrassed. I'm almost embarrassed that we had to go to a replay. Fondop now. Down to Luamba. Chevron. Long ball. It's broken to Debayo. Into Luamba. He's got 4 as Junior Luamba. And AFC Telford have got no answer. Norman. What's he doing coming that far out? It's broken through to Vaughan. Who's put it wide? Remember. Fondop. Vaughan. Fondop gets onto it. Out to Debayo. Lovely. Long floated cross in, and Junior Luamba can't score his 5th of the game. Could have left it Okagbu, but we've still got it. That's fine. Goes for the assist. Through to Fondop. He's not quite going to get there, but Clark is! What a goal by Jordan Clark. It's his first of the season. The right wing back struck that beautifully. I'd be happy with a Premier League player scoring that. Never mind a non-league player. What a strike. 6-0. Half time. So I've brought on Cameron Thompson for Junior Luamba at half time, and I've also brought on Tanimowo for Jordan Clark. Resting Clark and resting Luamba, basically. Give Tanimowo his debut in a very comfortable game to do so. 6-0 up at half time. We don't go through in this now. Lewis Cleat makes it 6-1. We don't go through. I'm not going to say anything because I'm not going to follow through. I tell you what, if we don't go through, I'll be livid. There we go. I will follow through on being livid. Oh my God, it's a penalty. 7 minutes into the second half, and Telford will have got 2 goals back. No, Norman with the save. Magnus Norman. Magnificent Norman. A little bit of wordplay on his name there. Get it clear. Fondop does clear it. There's no one up there. Go on, chase it down. Okay, be with the header. Debayo. Richardson. Searches out Fondop. Gets it. What the goalkeeper was doing, I don't know. Matt Richardson. Straight through to Mike Fondop. His sister referee raised his flag. That's his 19th of the season, apparently. It's absolutely not his 19th of the season. We've just seen he's got his 13th of the season earlier in the game. So why it's decided it's now his 19th, I don't know. And he's finished 6-1. So a dismal second half, but we had a great first half, so it doesn't really matter. I think this episode's going to have rumbled on quite a long time, so I'm going to call that episode there. Boring to play Barnet in the first round of the FA Cup. I'll tell you when we'll come back. Ooh. Notts County are second. Do we want to play Notts County twice? Probably not. We'll probably come back somewhere in December for a double header. Maybe not Torquay again. Maybe Dagenham and Redbridge and Solihull Moors. We'll see. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, gang. Please do drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Take care, and I'll see you soon.